Can we also have this size? Yeah, it's possible. It's even the last chapter. So we don't first one. Yes. We don't have class tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Sunday. Yes. We don't have class tomorrow. On Monday now. But yes, we have class Monday. Yeah. Night. The morning one is using to do thousands. You have a lot of assignments. I'm also continuing adding many assignments as you don't want to submit. But okay. So yesterday it's a recap. It's a recap for those who were new here, right? So yesterday I just tried to explain about endogenous and exogenous. Yeah, we talked about the simultaneous equation. The simultaneous, yeah, but not it's quite similar, but like the one from mathematics. But on the other hand, now it's becoming information. So I will not be moving. My apology. No ordinary. See, you are bored. What are you doing? Okay, so the God has passed, right? Uh, the third point was to look whether the model is identified. Identified. And that we access some validity and we focus for the instrumental variable. So yesterday we saw what we call an instrumental variable, and that I talked about some instrumental variables that are not the behind the scene, that are not the instrument that is used by the DJ or producers to make songs. They are the variables which is acting on behalf of a wrong variables which is correcting the error term. And we saw what we call the 2LS. 2LS stand for two stage least square. That we were at the last point of looking at what we call the simultaneous equations using the EICV. Let me see. So to be quick, a simultaneous system. It's something. It is in terms of model, mathematical model, but as long as we have Euler term, now it's become the econometrician one. The endogenous variable, the the variables being identified within the model, right? The model being identified within the model. Quantity demand, quantity supply, the variables being identified within the model. So what if maybe this is Nyabugogo markets or Gisozi markets, and I will assume yesterday it's rain at the lunchtime. Restaurants who supply, who was supposed to, a restaurant was, a restaurant which was supposed to supply a quantity X. When the rain came in, I think it's not probably the same quantity they used to supply because of external factors. Those external factors are being called exogenous. They're being called exogenous variable, right? It's an exogenous variable because it is determined outside. So my exogenous variable is here, it's wage, or it can be weather. In normal sense, the price, my price today, to determine my quantity to demand, the price is correlating with error term. That's what the covariance of price versus, yes, the price versus u, v or u is different from zero. It means this my beta 2, or even my alpha 2 is needing a variable wage to be act on behalf. So what is a good criteria for our instrument? A good criteria for a good instrument should be similar to the variable that we want to replace. This price, the wage should be a good variable similar to the wage that we want to replace. It is possible that the weather, as long as it is raining, the price or the quantity demand can increase or can decrease. So it's also possible that the price can determine the quantity supply, right? So my price, there is a variable which can replace the price. That's why it should confirm this condition. The correlation between price and weather, or the correlation between price and wages should correlate together. The second criteria is that the wages should be uncorrelated with the error term, not making the similar mistake that the price is making. Mhm. So that's how yesterday, that's what we did. I think what I remember for you to understand is a system to be simultaneous. It's possible. It's not possible for, it's not possible. Not only the demand and supply, but also macro variable can be also simultaneously. We gave ourselves an example of foreign direct investment versus the GDP. For our case in Africa, they depend on foreign direct investment. Why? Guys from abroad, they have power on exchange rate. They are controlling the geopolitical issues, and you can be the evidence to confirm what Trump is saying in Davos. It is affecting the gold price automatically. Someone is speaking to now, and the gold price is changing. So they have power, right? In terms of their speech, in terms of what they're saying. And we started by here, right? The foreign direct investment can make our GDP to increase. And how foreign direct investments are causing the GDP to increase? It might be through visiting. it's an example, right? If white guys are interested in your country, they can also invest in your country and it can affect the GDP. If diaspora, so Sudan diaspora in UK, they have pounds, a lot of cash, right? They can invest in South Sudan to affect the GDP. So it's a foreign investment which is coming within the country. Most of the houses in Kigali, right? You can see, oh, good house, it's better. But if you make some analysis, you find that most they like 70% they're being they're being built by diaspora there, right? Because they have cash, they have power in terms of USD. They can make an exchange. 10,000 USD, it's an equivalent of 15 million. So the foreign direct investment can influence the GDP. On the other hand, it's possible that the GDP can also affect the foreign direct investment to come within the country. We are taking an example of Singapore. Their economy is in favor to attract investment to come to work, right? Why people are immigrating? Why people are migrating? By removing other factors like wars. People immigrate searching for a better life, searching for investment and earn a lot. That's why people are moving from rural area, right? And then come to the urban area. So if I'm a rich guy and I want to have a lot of cash, I need to invest in economy which is boosting, right? If you have better economy, I can just invest in and then I will be having a lot of profits. So no investor who is wishing to invest in a worse economy. No, no, no. So you can't invest where you think you are losing. No, no, no. Yeah. You invest where you think you'll be beneficial. So you see, my X, okay, here my X is no longer X. It's becoming my Y. My Y, it's no longer Y, but it's becoming X. So those are simultaneous ones. So you need to solve the homogeneity issue which can come behind it. That's what we are learning. These are mathematics. Okay. Yesterday, this was a recap. Let's make big quick as possible. This we did it together. Okay, the first stage we square. We had this original model like this one. Yt equal to beta O, beta 1 x plus beta 2 wage and my error sum. Which variable is suffering among the two, x and y? Which variable is suffering? Basing on this, on what you are seeing on the dashboard. Okay, let me just clean. Let me just clean. Let me just clean. Attention. It's not working. But I was asking between my wage and x, what is the variable which is suffering? The x. X is suffering from homogeneity. It's correcting with the error term, right? Are we on the same page? Mm-hmm. Are we on the same page? So how can we just make the first page? It is to determine all the determinants of my x. That is the first stage. I'm just determining all the determinants of my x. Let's assume, let us make it simple. You assume this is my GDP, right? And why am I bringing the macro one? I should leave the math. Let me just bring to the small one. This is my quantity and this is my price. So the determinant of the price, who can just let me randomly? The determinant of the price on the market. Minus supply. Minus supply, what else? What is the determinant of the price? Quantity denominator. Quantity denominator? No, you are still in quantity. Okay, it can be wage, labor,
Yeah.
skills, and even also cost.
Cost, yeah.
Total cost. And the total cost includes labor and capital, right? Wow. So I'll just elaborate all my other x that is affecting my real x. So after predicting my x, I will substitute the prediction. And then it will be called the second stage. The first stage is to determine the factor that is affecting my x. Because the issue is that my x is correlating with error time. It means there is some variable which are within x, but I don't know why they are correlating with my x. So I need to illustrate all and then substitute the prediction to my original one, the last one. That's why we call it two-stage least square. That's why we call it two-stage least square. Let me just skip. Okay, this exercise we did it yesterday. Now it's your turn. Let us do this exercise. Who can answer question number one?
You
Can answer question number one? You can answer question number one. Assume I want to travel from London to Dubai, right? Yes. So I will go to markets for the tickets, the air ticket market. Maybe at City Tower or Kwamakuza Tower. I don't know. In the downtowns. Are we it will be a presence of the demand for the tickets, but also I have a supply for the ticket. So my question number one is asking which variables are homogeneous, which variables are isogeneous?
quantity and the price. Which is endogenous quantity and price.
Yes, quantity and price is homogeneous because it is within the model. It is within the model or it's within even also the theory, right? But the wage, all these two will be exogenous because it is outside. What would be which equation can be identified?
Nice.
The supply, because we don't have an instrument to replace. But for the demand, we have an instrument to act on behalf of the price. But here we don't have anything to act on behalf of the price. That's why we say supply. Supply is identified. How which one we be able to okay, which one can we estimate essentially? Why alpha 2? Because it is identified. So that is the answer. That is my answer. Yes. Oh, these are the summary. So let me assume we have this EICV. Can we try to open our file? Can we try to open our file? Yes, I shared to you. So now we are going to learn theory, but also practice at the same time. Oh, you don't have lab. Okay, this is okay. Yesterday I gave it to you to hide. Open the file.
Determinant of Hamilton. The Jeep is what
I can see someone.
That's the head of the house to buy.
That's good. Yes.
Let me show it.
The head of household, the head of household, it's one if it's female, right? That's why female should be one and then male should be zero. Yeah. What about urban? Urban is one. Deep ratio. Let me see what the deep ratio is stand for. Deep. It's a dependence ratio. Yes. It's a dependence ratio. What do you understand by the dependence ratio? What do you understand by the dependence ratio? It's a macro variable that they are using in survey to check if I'm with the family of 7, but we are working as 2, it means the dependence 1 will be 5.
Depends on
Yes.
depending on those two.
Yes, who is working? So we look at people within the job, but within a household.
Yes.
If it's 1, and then we are 10, it means the dependence ratio is 9. 9 out of 10. Yes. So as long as the dependence ratio is decreasing, the economy is moving well. So that's why the dependence ratio it's one of the factor also to estimate in terms of family planning. So if we have wife and husband and 3 child, so it means the children will be, so the dependence ratio will be 3 out of 5 because maybe wife and husband they are working. Okay. So who can interpret this one? 7 on the dependence ratio. It means in household for the household. In Rwanda, maybe the data set was at which time? It was at 2020 before COVID. Oh yes, within COVID, after COVID. So, but this EICV was released in 2017. So the information is before 2017, right? It means in Rwanda, the dependence ratio was 7. So I'm working, I'm the 8th, but I can just help the 7, other 7. Yes. The maximum. Yeah, it's the maximum. But also there is a minimum. Are you on the same page? Yes. Can we interpret the N work? N work stand for number of workers. It means companies in Rwanda, which is being registered in RDB, they can have 1 labor, tier 2, 201. That is maybe Masoro Industries. They used to have maximum of 201. What is the labor expenditure? 0 up to 87. Yes, 87 million. It's 87 million because power 6 is million, right? But power 7 it's 2 digits. That's why I'm saying it's around 87 million. So the labor expenditure they normally spend on labor by 87 million. Yes. I was saying the LEXP stand for the labor expenditure, and then the labor expenditure is between the 0 and 87. It's 7 million because power 7 is 87. Power 6 is it's okay. Power 6 it's 1 million, but power 7 it's 10 million. So if I'm holding 8, it will be 87. Are you getting my point? Okay. So I'm saying power 6 is 1 million, but power 7 is 10 million. It's 10 million. Yes. And then you need to multiply here. Can you multiply? How will I get? What is the result? 10 million times 8.7. No, your mathematics. You guys, you are the best. You are the best. After the scientists, you're the best in mathematics. It's 7 million. That's why. That's where I got from 7 million. It's like okay. Now let us follow. So, and labor it's number of labor expenditure. No, it's none. It's none. It's non-labor expenditure. It means someone is spending out of the labor expenditure. Maybe it can be capital. This can replace capital because it's non-labor expenditure. And then in the business, out of the labor expenditure, it's capital. If ELK is paying the labor force, out of what the labor force is being paid is capital. Maybe it's fuel for the cows, to import new materials for building, bringing lights. These are capital, you know? Yeah. So you can see also non-labor expenditure is very higher than the labor expenditure. Okay, power 9 it's a billion, right? Power 9 it's a billion. What is currency? So times 2, 1 billion times 1.2, it's 2.5 billion. 2.5 billion. Who can interpret the turnover? The turnover for the company, the profits. That's how simple. Yes, please. 20 years. 20? It's 25 billion as a profit. A company can maximize to 25 billion. Imagine. Maybe it's an SP. It's an SP company. It's a petroleum company, should be. Because a profit of 25 billion, it's a lot. In terms of dollar, it's 25 million USD.
So it's a lot. Even big banks.
Even banks. Yes. Yeah. No. We are not profitable. We are working for the
government.
Yes. Maybe commercial bank can present. Yes. Okay. Can we interpret this number? So I'm just helping you to interpret. This is how you are going to interpret as long as you be having your summary table. You know, it's not about just coding and then you leave it the way it's look like. No, you need to interpret your information. ChatGPT can help you to interpret. But so Tim is there to check for the project. Okay. You can use ChatGPT for draft, but remember Tutin is there to check for plagiarism. Okay.
But not AI. Plagiarism. If you have
I'm always ahead your steps. Tutin also is ahead of your step. Because in Tutin there is AI also.
You also have to pay.
It can also check AI. Okay. Can we just interpret this 019? It's mean. Yes. Can we put in terms of percent?
It is an average of
19%.
An average of 20.
Mm-hmm.
You have 20%.
Yes.
Household and
are headed by female. On average, for our survey, 19% are headed by female.
Yeah.
And then the rest are headed by man. Okay, that's good. Because it's a dummy variable, right? So in terms of interpreting, we look at the comparison between one against the other. Can we interpret it? Sorry. Can we interpret this one? Labor expenditure. So on average, the company in Rwanda, they're earning, getting a profit of 1,000. Okay, 138.
Profit or expense? Or expense?
It's an expenditure. Yes, it's an expenditure. They are spending 138 Rwandese currency, Rwandan currency. I'm always saying Rwandese currency, but it's a Rwandan currency. Rwandese, they are ladies. Oh, Rwandese for personality, not ladies. Okay, let me see. You see how my clothes my clothes are very interesting. They are very attractive to analyze. Okay, let me see. But most of the people are fearing on it. Let me see. Yes, can we interpret this one? The volatility. Ah,
It's very good.
who can check? Who can let me know the horrible that we are saying in the table? This is very horrible.
It's
The
very good.
volatility of the labor expenditure
It's a
is exceeding its mean.
yes.
So I'm having a volatility which is exceeding the mean. So the volatility is 1 million.
It's not
Positive or negative? It's a high volatility.
Positive.
about
If we draw our historic,
What is the cause?
Yes, please.
what could be the cause of it?
Maybe there is the presence of outliers. Only. If we can plot, let us plot. Can we just plot this variable?
Yes.
Just please, let us plot this variable to see some outliers. Labor expenditure. Type hist L labor expenditure. Labor expenditure. Labor expenditure. And then comma normal. You see. So we'll be having a positive bell shape from statistics in year 2. We having some outliers here. And then inside. Is labor expenditure. You need to import the household. Yes. You need to import. If you have I'm helping you.
What you want.
Yes, the same. Each one is here.
Again,
That's how it's going.
Yes.
No more. I this one. Okay. Can you see the reason why they are outliers, as you can see here, right? The next is that we have some outliers here. We have some companies which is paying almost, let me see, let us count. How many pounds? Oh, oh. So can we count here? 1, 2, 3, 7. 7. Yes. It's 8. So there's some companies which can even spend 8 million. 8 million in terms of their labor expenditure. That's why it's make a higher volatilities. And then most of the company is likely to spend in the middle, right? Near to zero. So that's we make our information to be having some outliers in terms of volatility. That's why we are having this huge volatility. Are we on the same page? No. Which, what is the question? Are we? Yes, please. Can we proceed? Please do tabulate. Do tabulate for do tabulate for a variable. Do tabulate. Let me see. Do tabulate for the. So I want you to do some tabulation, right? What is the variable which is representing agriculture? So which variables is representing, yes, sector. Do tabulate sector. Do tabulate sector. You'll be having this plot. Do tabulate sector. Sector, please. Tabulate sector. Yes, the command. Tabulate. Type tabulate sector. We have that say.
Only sector.
Tabulate.
Sir. Only sector.
Now you have agriculture shares, industrial services, and others.
It's that's industry and service and
That's how I can just activate. So we normally in statistics, in statistics we learn candidates by using our pen. We can look at the frequency, the percentage, and even also the cumulative one. Who can let me know the percentage for the services? Yes, for the
96.
so one is saying 85.
Yeah.
One is saying, others are saying 36.
96.
Okay, others are saying 96. What is the best one?
85. 85. Because the other one is cumulative.
Yes, the other one is cumulative.
Yeah.
Who can let me know the frequency for agriculture?
355. 355.
355. Okay, we are going also to make a tabulate for the education. Head education. Head education. Let us make a tabulate for head education. And we have post grade. Are we on the same page? Yes, head education. Head education. Yes, head. You can search for the variable head.
Yes. Ese campo fue, ¿eh? A mí me mete cámara de crash. No, para que no crees. Está. No, está. Está tomando el vamos a tirar a planta, güey.
Foggy. We're talking about Apple Music. Do you have? We're talking about Apple Music. Michael, so obviously.
How many students are in post secondary? How many students are in post secondary? How many students are in post secondary? From your tabulation result.
170.
170. What is its percentage?
2.7.
Don't break the day. CP. There's no break.
Yes, who can let me know the highest percentage are we having in our education type?
Upper primary,
Upper primary with how many percentage?
53.87.
Yes. Are we on the same page? Things are becoming micro.
We are no longer dealing with macro. So I want to change you to be a micro, and not macro. Macro is for everyone.
This thing is just not I've been known.
This study?
This thing is good.
This day. Okay, that's good. Can we do the correlation matrices? Please let us do the correlation matrices by using the code. You have the code. You have the code, but you can just replicate. Try to imitate. Okay, so try to imitate this code, and then do a correlation matrix. Okay, please try to make a correlation matrices. I need to have your correlation matrix. Correlation matrix. You need to use this code. And number of workers, labor expenditure, turnover, number of okay, non-labor expenditure.
So, saying ambiguous,
Yes, please.
ambiguous abbreviation.
Sorry.
Ambiguous abbreviation.
Ambiguous.
Yes, select. Don't type the variable, but select.
So to not having some mistake in terms of yes. Oh, and next I know you guys can't accept chocolate. You need beer.
I know you are Catholics.
Chocolate for whip. But I will share. Let me see whether my momo is full and then share one. For boys to be maybe and singer. All the cows, I'm getting let's catch the Are we having all the decoration matrices and then we can start to interpret? Yes, are we all having?
It's not in the wrong way. It's not in presence.
Okay. Let us try to interpret the 97, the one which is highlighted. 97. Yes. Can we try to interpret the 97? Can we try to interpret the 97? The one which is highlighted.
So turnover,
Who can interpret the 97?
the number of vacancy.
Ellie?
What's up with the at 97%.
Are you
The
sure?
number of, yeah.
Is that correcting with the turnover?
7%.
97. 97. Wherever you go, it's like MTN. Wherever you are. Okay. So the labor expenditure, non-labor expenditure is correcting with the turnover. What is the logic behind? What is the logic behind? Why non-labor expenditure is having higher performance to affect the turnover? Who can guess?
Pardon?
Why non-labor expenditure is having a higher correlation with the turnover? We are missing. But look at the Cobb-Douglas. The Cobb-Douglas function. Who remember the Cobb-Douglas function?
Paper, alpha, and
It's my output depending on labor and capital. And then here we are saying non-labor. Non-labor representing what in Cobb-Douglas? Capital. It means higher capital spending is also affecting the higher profits for the company, right? Are you on the same page? So higher capital here is correcting with higher profits. So more the company is investing in capital, more the company is investing in capital, it's also how the profit, it's also a good return to the profits. Who can interpret? Okay, who can just interpret the labor expenditure versus non-labor number of workers? Number of workers that collecting with not labor expenditure. So more workers, it's still the positive one, even though it's not higher, but it's still the positive one. Higher labor expenditure also depend on number of workers. At maybe 41%. Who can interpret the negative?
Negative.
Yes. Negative. The one which is highlighted here. Negative 0.2. Head age, years of schooling. Now I'm shifting from primary to secondary, secondary to university, university to PhD. I don't know.
Besides, head age and number of workers.
Please? Yes, please.
Head age and number of workers.
Yes, exactly. Number of workers and. Oh, I'm mistaken. Sorry. These are age only. These are age only. Sorry. So more labor, less age. No, less age. High ages, you tend to not be having, to not be a worker, right? Who can interpret? As long as I have maybe, okay, today I have 20. Today I have 28, no, as an age. 20. And then I'm shifting to 40. It means my labor should increase.
Decrease by 2.
Should increase.
Decrease by 2.
maybe decrease by 2 or decrease even more than 2. But this is the correlation. It's a negative. It means the directions are it is in terms of variables. One is increasing, the other is decreasing. It's like demand, price, and quantity. The quantity demand increase, the price decrease. So here, if I'm increasing my age, I'm tending to have to not be higher. As long as my age start increasing, I'm tending to not be higher, right? I'm tending to be retired. That's what it means.
Why is this not
Why is it negative? Even also the economics is saying more age, you tend to go to the retirement.
Yeah.
So you are shifting from the labor force to the retirement. That's why as long as my age is increasing here, I'm tending to not be in the number of workers. Yes, I will be out of the number of workers. Age depends on yes number of numbers. So because nowadays they're using the age between maybe 20 to 40. Most of the companies they're using on wage age between 20 to 45. Someone who is out of 45 is losing the job. Or they are leaders or experts. So more I'm aging myself, I'm tending to lose the job. Not be in the number of workers. Okay, let us try to plot together. You will see. Can we try to plot both together? Yes. Okay. It's very simple. Try to type 2A. I will be using your colleagues to not deviate from the slide. Type 2A, scatter. It's 2A. It's 2A. Bracket scatter. And then you plot your number of workers via head age. Two-way scatter, and then you just put the variable. The two variables. Two-way, there is no space. Two-way should be yes, there is no space. And then scatter should be in full. Right. Yes. And then scatter should be in the brackets. Be in the brackets.
No, what's the name?
Then let's add L headage. Headage. Yes, please. Yes, please. The way you are doing it is correct.
Is it number of workers?
Number 4 for try this order.
You did it. Can you just put a line of it? Add a line brackets again. Yes, please. Did you put also a line? Brackets. Just add also a line L please. Yes. Brackets, open brackets, L fits. L fits, and then you just copy the variable that you use. Right? Copy the variable that you use.
That number.
Yes, that's correct.
Christian code and did you get this line? Yeah. What's wrong with this? Yeah, stay on the break.
Ah, Pascola, your combo. Combo. If it's just,
Pequena mapuzi.
I don't know about it.
Once we can say, well, at the break, I need you to run that, right?
Was applied as well.
For manipulation with the examples and anything. Just putting here. It's okay. I'm looking at it.
No, nobody uses that.
Are you going home?
Class, please. Class. It's working. Class, please. Can you interpret? Can you interpret? Oh, Moody.
Yes, so that's fine.
So. Yes, yes. I'll be you can get the followers. That's good. Good idea. You need to study with them. Yes, all the children. In the serious, but sound, serious, on it's not charging the wrong. Let's put this one. Connectable, no worries. Connectable. I want to see the reason. Now it's yes, please. Who can interpret this graph? Who can interpret this one? On x-axis, what variable are we having on our x-axis? Which variable are we having on our x-axis? Is turnover. And then on y-axis, we are holding amounts spent by a labor. Are we on the same page? So it means my profit is increasing alongside with an increment in labor spending. So more I'm paying well my labor, I'm also gaining the profit. So that's a positive correlation. These are normal. These are classical regression assumption. First one, the variables should be dependently identified. The second one is multicollinearity. The third is homogeneity. The fourth is serial correlation. The fifth is normality tests, the normality issues, and the last one, or the sixth is heteroscedastic, and the last one is normal distribution. Just rushing. We have some biases. Things should be blue. Our model should be blue.
Okay.
Based linear and biased estimates should be unbiased, consistent, and effective. But here we say no. So can we learn this regression using our OLS? But the OLS in cross-sectional because we don't have time. Can we learn this equation? It's very simple. The code is above the table. Regress turnover up to 4 minutes. Let us run the regression, normal regression. Regress turnover of my wife up to all the next 4 minutes. Regress, the way it's written. You can just put paste. Try to teach what the contribution is written there. Regress turnover, select labor expenditure, number of workers, up to 4 minutes. Right? That's what you want in your statement. But the issue, can you check for the R square? R square. Please check on the R square. Almost times 100. 95%. 95%.
Which is
Okay. These. So it means the interpretation is saying what is happening. Okay, I will be the police here, right? No one. No one who is going to answer me. Okay, my interpretation will be this one. Please. So the independent variable, the x's, combined explain 95% the total variation in my y. If you omit these terms, variation, you are missing the to interpret your R square. Please keep in mind the variation. Okay. So the F1, and yes, it's a 0. So what is the probability of our F1? It's 0. So we reject the null hypothesis. Yes, which we can conclude by saying that at least one variable has a significant effect on our dependent. At least this beta 2, beta 3, or beta 2, or beta 4 has an influence on our turnover. Yes, please. Thank you. I will listen to it. And let me just go faster.
So if you want to indicate that instead that you want to run a cross section, please, let me assume we need to run the cross section. We can indicate that we are running the cross section by type XIE, those, grace. And then for the sector, because our sector is a categorical variable with industry, agriculture, and services, we need to put I to just print all the sector. And can we try to make this regression and then just make specific for the red color? Yeah. I want you to implement. I want to be on task. Just make it after break. Check for the androgenic. Okay, we still have our Y, which is profits, but against labor expenditure. And then we still also have the labor expenditure against the profits. It means my expenditure, labor expenditure can affect the profit. Hello? Oh, okay. Can I let it to be an assignment for you to understand?
Yes.
They don't want to understand. No more question. Oh, okay. Let us make it assignment to the follow, right? But if you follow it, I will just next.
We have one on
Okay,
the side.
let us follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Please. Okay, we have turnover. Profit is determined by the labor expenditure. As long as I'm paying my labor, right? I will be earning the profits from the work that they did, right? But essentially, on the other side, conversely, it's possible that also my profits can determine the wage I pay my labor. It's possible that my profits can determine the wage to give for my labor. So it can be back and forth, right? One can affect the other, and then the other can affect the other one, right? Let's please understand this way. My profits depend on the labor expenditure. If I'm hiring based worker, please don't cross it. Don't cross it. Please don't cross it. Pay attention here. It's an assignment. How it goes. Okay, my question is coming to you. What is the endogeneity variable then? Endogenous variable. Endogenous variable. Endogenous variable. Endogenous variable. Can you tell me some endogenous variable? Simultaneous equations. There is labor expenditure is endogenous, right? Yes. What else? Turnover. Perfect. Are you getting it? Endogenous variable within our model is turnover and labor expenditure because one can offset itself. One can offset the other. One can be Y. One can be my profits can be determined by the labor expenditure. On the other side, the turnover also can affect the labor. So what is now X is becoming Y. Y is becoming the other side. Please attention. So who can let me know the exogenous one? Exogenous. Number of workers. Perfect. Number of workers. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let me assume, oh, this will be an assignment. That's why we need to follow. Let us test for homogeneity. So you have labor expenditure affecting the turnover, but we still also have other X's. Homogeneity means, please, homogeneity means my labor expenditure is correcting with the error term. That's why they are in red color, right? Homogeneity for this case means the labor expenditure is correcting with the error. And then we need to search a variable which can act on behalf of labor expenditure. And then that variable is called number. Yes. Okay. My question was this: a variable which can act to replace the labor expenditure. What's name did we had in the past step? How did you call it for the past session? We had a variable can act on behalf of labor expenditure. A variable can act on behalf of the pricing or the demand function was an instrumental variable. Was the instrumental variable. A variable which will replace the labor expenditure will be an instrumental variable, right? Okay, first stage, we are going to search the determinant of the labor expenditure. That is the first stage. We take out the x and then we make it to be a 1. That's what Ernest was saying. Maybe Ernest will be the one to explain to you. Let's take for the one. Ernest has captured you. But you are not. Oh, we are not the rest are fancy. Except Ibrahim. You check not to it's not a bit. Okay, you're going to help Ibrahim to understand, right? So, what is the determinant of the labor expenditure? Dina is available? Not okay. Stephen, the labor expenditure is determined by sector, urban, homo, and non-labor expenditure. That is the first stage. Oh, you need to. Yeah, that's exactly what we have. Then there's no reports for which were expensive.
It was the one frightened for the connection to it's us and the government.
So,
What do you do? So that's
okay, can we proceed? Please, can we proceed? I think the first equation you have wrote it. The first equation you have wrote it. Can you write this equation, please? This one. XI Grace L Urban Spectrum Homo Gamma Roberts. This can you do it? That's very right. You need me to come to straight to you. Come to this way. We always have the most in the class. We actually know the most. That's the best. Okay. As long as you're running the model, right? You'll be having similar results. If you run the model, you'll be having the similar results as well as mine. You'll be running the version, you'll be having the similar results. Well, I'm just rushing. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, you don't want to follow the video on YouTube, but you want to have it. I can see. Yeah, I will be see. No worries, I will just. I will just put question number one is 1 point zero. Then question number 40. Then question number. That's how to make you question. Oh, okay. What is the noise when you do it? It's not normal. Okay. Can we just move? And then we can predict the residue, right? Please predict the residue. Use the red one to predict the residue. Now the lecturer is not typing the command, but it's showing the help. Type the command. Type predict residue. Become a residue. Predict residue. Residue with S. Comma residue. Residue with no S. Just repeating it. Running. One higher, right? Because it's an assignment tomorrow. We will submit it tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow night. I don't want you to be a drunk, alright? Perhaps you miss one because you should not. You are predicting the result. You miss one last. It's normal. Let us go. As long as you type residue, you have him predict residue, and then you are missing one variable.
Yes.
It's correct. You are correct. Don't worry. Okay. Can we? Oh, my model is very. Can we tell me the turnover, but also do the same regression by adding the residue in our model, right? So we'll be having two residue. So you'll be typing this command xi regress turnover up to robust.
Next one.
Yes. Now just make the video value, right? Everything perfect. Just type regress turnover up to then add the residue. Please remember to add residual.
Standard to read.
Without basis, because it's what you generate from here. It's what we generate from here, and then we just add. So I will show you how things are understood. When you use the simple method, these are the hardest method. These are the hardest method, and I will show you the simple method for doing it at once. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Oh, okay. So you'll be having this result. You'll be having this result as well as you have the coherency. So we have the same thing? No. Same thing? Not the same. No. The same. So what's happening? Why are we not having the same anymore? Except maybe you have your units don't be the commands. See how chapter 4 is very hard, but some feeling is good. Okay. So what we are doing here is to replace, to shift from stage 1 to stage 2, right? So that's why we predict the residual and then we substitute to the original function. And then now, if our labor expenditure is significant, and then even also our residual is significant, so if rho residual is significant, so the labor expenditure will be homogeneous. Hello? If our rho for the residual is significant, so then the labor expenditure will be homogeneous. So are we having a rho which is significant? That's what we do.
We have.
Thing that we are always searching is to know if my variable is homogeneous or exogenous, right? If I know that my variable is homogeneous, I can now substitute binary experimental variable. So what we are searching here is to know whether our labor expenditure is homogeneous or not. Because we are looking at labor expenditure can affect the profit, and the profit also can affect the labor expenditure. So what we are testing whether this labor expenditure is homogeneous. So now how to confirm it is to look at the residual coefficients, whether it is significant. Can you check, please, I have put, can you check whether the residual coefficients is it significant? How do you check? You look at the p-value of the residual. You look at the residual p-value, right? Check for the residual p-value. the residual figure in this one less than 5. Yes. Yes, it is. Because it is less than 5%. Are we happy that the figure which is less than 5% for the row? Are we happy that the figure which is less than 5%? No, no, no. No. Use the one which is okay. Don't worry. Okay. So our variable level expenditure is homogeneous. Even though we still have one mathematical, I still have the right. Please sit down and we learn. Okay.
1 minute.
No worries. I don't care. So what I want to understand, please know how to detect the homogeneous variable and the homogeneous variable. That is very anyone else? Okay. So now we have discovered that our labor expenditure is homogeneous. How can we solve for the homogeneity issue? So we are going to, let me just help you. You are going to make it an assignment. As an assignment, can you please, you are going to use this command to solve the issue of homogeneity. So this command, we're going to type this command as the last command for removing an homogeneity, because we have found that the labor expenditure is homogeneous. And then we are going to replace it with number of workers. So number of workers is an instrumental variable. Number of workers is an instrumental to replace the labor expenditure, right? So that's why we are just putting equal. Labor expenditure equal to the number of workers, sorry. And that's how we can just run 2ls using this example, right? Okay. Assignment will be this one. So you repeat the whole process. The assignment. You need to repeat the whole process. I will just give you the video, right? So repeat the whole process. All right. Okay. So I say, as long as the labor expenditure is homogeneous by residue, which is less than 5%. So we can search for an instrumental variable for number of workers to act on behalf. And then at that stage, we'll be collecting the issues of homogeneity. Yes. Thank you. Now, as long as you can interpret it, you are perfect correct.
We can see you on Monday night.
No, it's podcast.
Night. Yes.
This one, and just, it's okay.